and enjoy.
All right, everyone, welcome. Happy Thursday. Come and have a seat at the front of your chair. Do have your band ready and some light weights. And bring your feet on the floor, and then let's start with some breathing. Inhale and lift those arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, lower back down. And inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. Nice. Inhale, lift those arms up. And exhale, lower down. And inhale up. And exhale down. Nice. Tip one ear. So tip your ear down to the left side. Good. And bring it back up. And tip it over to the right. And bring it back up. Nice. And then look over the left shoulder. And center. And look over the right shoulder. And center. Good. And then you're going to take a nice neck roll. So you're going to tilt it to the left. Draw the chin to the chest as you tilt it to the right. Good. And then come back down through your center. So we're just making a little half circle. Good. Back and forth. And then carefully bring the head on up. Nice. Take some nice shoulder rolls. So just lift those shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and around. Nice. And then reverse. Great. And then some wrist rolls, right? So just bring your hands out in front of you. Just do a nice quick little warm up here. And reverse. Good. And then an ankle roll. So one side, lift that leg and circle that ankle. And reverse the circle. Nice. Switch legs. And reverse. And down. Good. And we're going to start with our 4 stretch today. So bring opposite ankle to knee. Open up the hip here, right? So you're just trying to kind of gently press this knee down. And maybe hinge and just kind of notice where you feel a little stretch. Good. And come on up and release and switch sides, bringing that opposite ankle on up. And then gently push the knee down. Don't force it. And each side is different. Woo. And release. Nice. And then take your hands on your hips and take some small pelvic tilts, right? So you're just going to kind of tuck the tail, roll back as if you were going to roll back in your chair, but not very far. And then you're going to roll forward, tip the pelvis so you lift head, neck, and chest, right? So think of your pelvis like a bowl, and we're going to roll it back, tipping it away from us. And then we're going to roll it forward. We're going to tip it out onto the floor. And then you're going to tuck your tail and roll it back. And roll it forward. And come to neutral. And now we're just going to go side to side. So you're just going to lift one hip, setting the other one firmly down in the chair, and release. And let the other hip lift. And lift. Nice. And lift. And lift. And lift. Lift. And lift. And lift. And neutral. Good. Okay, so I'm going to grab my 1 pound weights to start today. So we're going to do a little kind of abs movement here with a little bit of coordination. So weight in the right hand, You're going to inhale, lift the left leg and the right arm up, and exhale, lower down. So if you don't have weights, that's okay. Inhale the opposite. And exhale, lower down. Good. So just notice as you start to move the arm and lift that opposite leg, are you shifting anywhere? Can you pull your core in, your center in, and lower down? So you're staying nice and still. Inhale at the top. Exhale, bring everything down. Nice. Inhale. And I'm not lifting my knee very high, but just enough to kind of pull my stomach in right here and lower down with control. Inhale, lift, reach that arm up. Nice. Exhale, lower down. Other side. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Nice. And exhale, lower. Great. Now we'll move into our hundreds. So holding still the 1 pound weights. Sit super tall, right? Kind of roll your shoulders up, back, and down, right? So there's no tension in the neck, right? You can freely move the head. Sit up nice and tall. Already feel like your stomach pull in a little bit. Begin pumping those arms. Nice vigorous pumps. And then start your breathing pattern, right? Inhale through the nose. And exhale like you're blowing out through a little straw today. As you draw the stomach in. And inhale. And out. And in. And exhale. I'm going to go a little quicker today. Inhale through that nose and exhale through that straw. And in. And out. Halfway there and in. And exhale. Pull the belly in as you're exhaling. Pulling, 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 and inhale. And out. Good. And inhale. And exhale. Notice how you exhale. The rib cage might soften. And 2 more. Inhale. Fill up those lungs and out. Last one. In. And out. And release. Nice job. Just hinge at the hip and then just reach towards the floor here. You either take a flat back hinge and you can set the weights down for a moment. Or if you're okay, you can just draw the chin to the chest and round a little bit. And just kind of rest here a moment. And then start to roll back up. Inhale, pull the stomach in. Lift yourself back on up. Nice. Good job. All right, now hands behind the head. So another little kind of ab control movement here, right? We're going to do a flat back hinge. So imagine you're a laptop cover and you're just going to tilt back your torso a little bit and then lift it up. Inhale, tip back. Pull the stomach in here and exhale, come home. Inhale. So I'm not there, but imagine I could put my hand like right on your shoulder blades, your mid back, and then tell you to kind of push into that shoulder blade area and then pull your stomach in to lift yourself home. Good. Inhale. Reach back. So you're suspending yourself in space. You're using your core to hold and then exhale, come back in. Good. Inhale, reach back. And with our hands behind their head, you should be able to kind of just rest your head back into those hands so there's no tension in the neck. Exhale, home. Good. One more. Inhale back. And exhale, home. And arms down. Nice. Quad lift today. So I'm going to sit forward in my chair, making it more challenging. If you've got back issues or you're not ready for that or something doesn't feel right, sit further back in your chair. And then I'm going to hold underneath my chair to sit up tall. And I'm going to lengthen my left leg and hold that quad and hold. And release. Nice. Switch sides. Lift the leg and hold. So as I'm even holding, I'm going to pulling my stomach in right here to lift the leg, tightening just above the knee and release. right? So if I weren't holding on to the chair, it gets even harder because now I'm really trying to kind of find my center, these deep, deep muscles to help me hold that leg up and down. And if you haven't had a lot of practice with this, it can be challenging because you might feel it in your hip. And I don't want us to feel it in the hip. So that's why I'm offering suggestions. If you sit further back, you'll have a little bit more support. If you need to hold on to something, that'll help as well. But we're trying to build strength so that we might be able to just lift and hold and down. Nice. Last time, lift and hold and lower down. Whew. Now maybe shake it out a little bit, take a little butterfly leg. And then everyone grab your band. And then glue your legs together today. Put the band on top of the legs. We're creating resistance. Wrap it underneath like you're going to tie the bow, right? And then bring it up. So you can either tie it in the center or I'm just going to hold on to it today. You can kind of choose. And I know this gets tough on, some of our grip strength here, but we'll be okay. So now elbows into your side. Now lift your heels. So see how my legs are still glued together and I've got my heels lifted and I'm sitting up tall, and you're just going to push the knees open, kind of pushing that band apart and then release. So now we're kind of working our outer hip muscles and into the glute. Push and release. Push. So again, we're kind of just building some strength by just holding that contraction of the hip and release. And push and release. Good. And push out. Now I have a pretty heavy band, so just make sure you're kind of creating your own resistance. Really trying to find that point where you're really kind of working to hold those legs apart and resist. Nice. And one more, reach out and resist. And release. Nice. Let's let go of the band. Shake it out again. Okay, going on to some weights. I'm going to start with 2 pounds. Have 1 pound handy, or, again, water bottles, cans of soup. And again, know your own body. So if it starts to get heavy, you just kind of drop the weight and then even go to no weights. But I'm starting with these 2 pounds. So sitting up nice and tall, we're just going to lift the arms up and down. So inhale, lift both arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, lower with control, right? So if we do have a nice heavy weight, you kind of notice on the way up where it gets tough, right about there. And then on the way down, right? We don't want gravity to pull us down. We want to just use our muscles, yes, to help lower those arms. Good. And inhale, lift. And exhale, lower with control. Nice. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Up, 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 up. Good. Get them way by those ears. And exhale down. Good. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down and pause. Take a little shoulder roll here. Okay, next set is lifting your arms up and out to the sides. So starting at the base and then inhale, lift just to shoulder height. And exhale, lower down. Good. So I'm not going to go any higher. So I don't want to get up into here because this is going to happen. Sometimes we're going to kind of have to lift our head, tilt our head, or do something with our neck, and I don't want any of that. So I want us to just reach across to the sides of the room and lower down with control. Nice. Inhale and lift. Exhale, lower down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale and lower down. Last one. Inhale and lift and hold. Exhale, lower down and pause. Take a little shoulder roll. Okay, next one is a little coordination move. There's like a 4 count to this. So follow along. So we start way up here. right? Because we're back by our shoulders, because I want us to be able to move from our back muscles. So inhale and push the arms up on a diagonal. Good. Now lower them down to the floor. Now here we go with a big circle. So you're going to go back up to the ceiling, and now we're going to circle out, down, and around. Nice. And then we come back home up by the top of the shoulders. Good. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale as you lower them down to the floor. Take an inhale all the way back up. And then exhale, big circle, nice and slow and controlled. Again, watch that the weight just doesn't carry you down. Nice. And again, up by those shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach down to the floor. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale as you start to circle out and down and around. Nice. All right, here's where I am lowering down to 1 pound weights. I feel it already in my shoulders today. So I've got these nice little lighter weights here. So now you're going to bring the weights just in front of the forehead, right? We're going to about to salute. And then you're going to extend the arms out in front of you. Good. And then bend the elbows and bring them right back into that forehead. Good. Press out and bring them back in. As you're doing this, kind of notice how the arms are an extension of those back muscles, right? So can you almost feel, and it takes a little bit, the muscles right behind the shoulder blades. So not just on top of the shoulder, but behind it. Reach. Woo. Hand back. One more. Reach. Hand back. And bring those arms down. All right, one more set to go. I know it's a lot in this little arm series, but we've got it. We're good. Okay, hug a tree. We're going to start hugging the tree today, right? So bring those arms around front. Have like a soft elbow, like a little bit of like a ballet arm, right? So you're not straight out in front of you. You're creating that roundness to hug, right? Inhale, open up the arms out to the side. Fill up those lungs. Now exhale, pull the stomach in, soften the ribs as the arms come to center, right? Feel your stomach pull in right here, away from the hands. Inhale, open back up. Exhale. Deflate those lungs, pull the belly in. Nice. Inhale, open. Same thing, my arms are only shoulder height. And exhale, soften. Inhale, open. Exhale, soften. One more. Inhale, open. And exhale, soften. Lower those arms down. Nice. Set the weights down. Good work. So let's stretch those arms out now. So taking that arm across the body, right? The opposite arm comes above that elbow and feel a stretch across the shoulder here. Good. So I hope that felt good on everyone. It's really important to keep, that shoulder and upper body strength. You'll notice how it helps your posture, how it helps keeping your head back in line, helps you stand up straight. Nice. And other side. Reach. Right, so my hand is just above that elbow, so I can pull it across here a little bit. Nice. And then onto a little bigger stretch, right? Go back to the other arm. We bend the elbow, bring it behind the head, grab that elbow. Yep, take this hand, grab that elbow. There you go, good. And lift your head, yes, look straight ahead. And now today you might try and let go, reach this arm behind you, and maybe your fingertips can touch. Don't worry if it's back here. Just roll the shoulder back to get the stretch. But if you can inch, now that's my easy side. I should have shown you wait till you see my other side. I can't do it on the other side, so don't feel bad. And let everything go. Woo! Notice how that just stretches all through here. Other side. All right, take the arm up again and grab the other one. So if you did that one already, I think you might want to make sure you switch and do the other arm. right? And then you're gonna let go and watch already. I really have to work. I'm gonna get it there, but it is very, very tight this side. But I'm gonna roll the shoulder back and down to maybe help get the fingertip there. Woo! And release. Woo! Shake it out. Good work. So let's do a little nerve stretch here after all that work. So reach those arms out to the side, flexing the wrists, reaching palms away, fingers to the ceiling. Feel that nice stretch. Nice. And then come center, pointer finger and thumb together. Come up to the eyes, to the bottom of the eye. Roll the fingers behind you and lift the thumbs up. Exactly. Yep. Good, good, good. We got it. I know. Yes, there you go. There you go. Good work. And release. Shake out those palms. Nice. All right, now we're going to come stand. So come up and out of the chair. Move the chair off to the side a little bit just so we have some room. Oop, I'm going to adjust my camera here a moment so you can see. Fully. All right, so our balance challenge for today, right? So first balance is just a simple lift the outside leg and hold. So we've got your inside hand onto the chair, so you have it for support. Lift and hold. And maybe you let go. Right? Yes. Good. Yep, that's why we got the chair. Put the foot down. All right, other side. So remember, when you go into your balance, when you prepare, your standing leg does that support. So turn your glute on, pull the belly button in a little bit and float the leg up. And then use your mind to concentrate, telling yourself, yes, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And down. Good. Okay. I'm adding on. So for those who want to just stay with that, please do so. Otherwise, we're going to try a little bit of a challenge with the leg lift. So take the outside leg again, right? Inside leg is your standing, your supporting leg, lift and hold. Now, if you're able to let go, I want you to like imagine that clock ahead of you and reach for 12 o'clock, reach for 6 o'clock. Reach for 3 o'clock, reach for 9 o'clock, reach for 12, reach for 6. Now reach for 9 across the body. Woo! Reach for 3 and come down. Nice. Shake it out. All right. How did that go for everyone? So we're going to do the other leg. Okay. So you're going to take that inside leg. And again, I'm standing on my mat, which gives me a little bit of grip. If you have your shoes on, you're probably even doing a little better. So if you even need a little bit more stability, having your shoes on really does help as well. So tighten your seat, lift that leg. Right, here we go. Woo. Okay, push your big toe, little toe. I have to think on this side a lot more. Tap to 12. Tap to 3. Tap to 9, tap to 6, tap to 12, tap to 6, tap to 3, tap to 9, and step down. How'd we do? Nice, shake it out. All right, now to an even different little bit of balance work. Step back a few paces. We're going to walk 3 steps, and on the 4th, we're going to lift our knee up. And then we're going to walk back 3 steps on the 4th and lift our knee up. Now, I know it's a very simple move. It's just like walking, but even when we're walking, I want us sometimes during the day to think about our glutes and think about our core. So we're not just walking along because, you know, who knows what our posture may look like. But if we walk with a little bit more intention and use some of those muscles, it's a great opportunity to just kind of do a little core work. So standing up nice and straight, right? We're going to walk 2, 3, and on the 4th one, pull the stomach in, lift that leg. Good, and set it back down and go back, 2, 3, standing up nice and tall. So you just float that leg on up, pull the stomach in, nice, and set it down, 2, 3, inhale and lift. Good, and down, back, 2, 3, and lift. Good, and set it down, 2, 3, pull the stomach in, float that leg right on up. Good, and down, 2, 3, and lift, and lower down. Nice work. So take your bands now. So we're going to do this standing. So we're going to stay standing. Good. Bring your heels together. So just take a peek that your heels are together. Your toes are maybe 4 inches apart, about a fist width apart. Turn your glutes on, kind of wrap your legs to the back so you kind of have one solid mermaid leg. And just feel a little bit of leg work, right? So I'm pushing my legs to the center, maybe feel a little inner thigh, maybe feel a little hip work here. And then hold that band shoulder height. And now you're going to inhale first today. So inhale for a count of 5. And then on your exhale, pull the band apart, pull the muscles in. I know it's opposite today. Inhale, release everything. Exhale, pull the band apart and hold, hold, hold as you exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull apart and hold, and see if you can't feel like those deep abdominal muscles helping you hold. Good, inhale, release. Nice. Exhale and pull apart and hold. Good, inhale, release. Exhale and hold. Nice, one more, inhale, release. And exhale, pull apart and hold, hold that weight out. Yep, pull that band apart and release and come down. Nice. Okay, bringing your chair right in front of you now. So just turn the chair. Yep, so we're just trying it this way today. We've done this version before, but this exercise before, but I'm just trying it a little different way today. So take the outside leg onto the chair. So you have the inside leg, inside hand on the chair, right? So you've got support. Nice. And then outside hand behind the head. Good. And now I want you to rotate to the outside and come back home. Now, as you do that, I don't want the hip to move. Can you just rotate from your torso? If you feel balanced, you can bring both hands behind the head and rotate. But now I've got a lot going on. I really have to concentrate on that standing leg. Yep, try it because it takes a lot so you don't wobble. And home. Nice. And twist. And home. So if you're seated, go ahead and bring your hands behind your head and just twist to one side a little bit. Hold it. And bring it back center. Good. And last one, guys. Twist and hold. And center. And release and step down. So I'm going to turn my chair around so we have a little balanced bit to do the other side. So again, if you want to stay seated, take the hands behind the head and then go in the other direction. If you remember which way you started. Hopefully everyone just mirrored me. So outside leg on the chair. So by doing it this way, we're just building in some balance work as well again. Outside hand behind the head, right? Feel that your hips are square, your knees are going forward, right? Your shoulders are square, but now all you're going to do is turn a little bit. I mean, I'm not barely turning more than 10, 15 degrees and come home because I don't want this hip to move. I'm trying to stabilize my core right here and come home. And then if that's feeling secure, your standing leg has to help you balance to do this and turn. Good. And twist and hold. And turn. So we're just building on some strength and balance while we're in that standing position. Nice. And reach. Woo. And release. And lower down. Nice. All right. Bringing the chair front and center again. Come and have a seat. And take a quad stretch here again, or a fore stretch rather here again. Bringing that ankle across the knee. Notice any difference from the beginning of the class to now. Nice. And switch sides. Good. And hold. Nice. Okay, backing up onto the chair to take our swan. So hands behind the head, I'm all the way back in my chair. So I feel the support of the chair into my mid back maybe, right? I'm equidistant between hip to hip, so I'm not leaning to one side. So kind of just give yourself a little check that everything is nice and centered. And then inhale, lift head, neck, and chest up and over. Exhale, come home. So here we go again with the idea of the breath. Inhale, fill up the lungs as you arc over the chair. Fill the lungs, fill the lungs, fill the lungs. Exhale, start to soften the lungs, pull the stomach in, bring the head back home. Good. And again, inhale, fill it up. Nice. And exhale, bring it home. Good. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Bring it home and down. Nice. Good. All right. Bring those palms out in front of you. Stretch those fingers nice and long and wide. And then make a fist. Good. And stretch the fingers nice and wide. And make a fist. Good. Really, yeah, draw those knuckles in and make the fingers stretch the fingers and make a fist. Good. Now stretch those fingers and then just do the knuckles. So a little bear claw, knuckles, knuckles, top knuckles only. Good. And release. And top knuckles only. And release. And our knuckles. And release. Good. And one more. And release and down. Nice. Okay, back to our ankle. Let's take the alphabet for our ankle today. So I'm going to sit all the way back in my chair, but I'm still going to sit nice and tall. So just notice first, everyone put their legs down and just kind of notice how they're sitting. They're probably maybe relaxed into the chair a little bit, right? So can you zip up, pull your stomach in and tighten your glutes? And just notice how that just changed your posture a little bit. And then send the leg out in front of you. And then here we go with our alphabet. So start with the letter A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and down. Woo! Probably start to feel a little bit of burn in some of the muscles, and then point and flex that same foot. So just take a moment to really point and really flex. All right, so we want to make sure we keep all that foot mobility because and, you know, when we walk, notice, are we shuffling? Are we able to still pick up the feet? That's a good indication that we've got nice, strong muscles in the feet and the ankles. And lower down. All right, other side. So again, take notice. Can we sit up nice and tall as we lift the leg up? Good, and here we go. A, B, C, D, E, ooh, that was a messy E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z, and pause for a moment. Whew, shake that out. And then come back to point and flex through this foot, right? So really point, might feel a nice stretch through the top of the foot. And then as you flex, try and get through the back of the ankle there. Good, and point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex. Nice, and lower down. Nice. All right, everyone come to standing again. So stand, and then just place the chair off to the side for a little bit. Right, so you can always have a hand nearby if you need to for balance, right? So, but we just have some space in front of us here. And then start to releve. So both feet are parallel now. So just take a peek that the ankles are under the knees or under the hips, right? And then you're just gonna lift and lower the heels. But feel like your whole body help you lift. So it's not just about the ankles now. You're lifting your whole self, like feel your stomach pull in to lift those heels. That's it. Nice. And 10, good. All right, now come and make a little wider stance. So come into this kind of wide V and now slightly turned out. So again, take a peek. My toes are just kind of reaching off at a small angle. Take this nice little bit of a lunge here, a little bit of a squat, right? Squat here and then straighten up and then lift the heels, releve. Good, set the heels down, bend the knees. Good, straighten the legs, lift the heels. Lower the heels, bend the knees. All while pulling your stomach in. Right about here, my stomach pulls in even more, my glutes turn on even more. And down, and lower, and straighten, and lift, and down, and up, nice, and lift, woo, and down, and up, nice, and lift, and pause. Good, all right, walk your feet back in, come just about hip distance, or maybe a little bit wider, still a little bit of a turnout. Right, we're gonna just take a small squat. So imagine you're gonna sit back in that chair, bend the knees here a little bit, good, and then use your glutes to stand back up, pull your stomach in. So I don't want us to feel this in the knee or the hip flexor here too much. Pull the stomach in, use your legs and stand on up. Tighten the seat right here, good, one more. Lower down. Good, and lift back up. Nice. All right, now walk the legs together. Now we're gonna try a lunge backwards. So I want you to take your outside leg. So I've got my left leg here. Step behind you, whoops. Bring a hand onto the chair if you need to. Bend a little bit. Good, lower down. Lift back up and step forward. Good, other side. Set the leg behind you. Bend, lower down, good. Pull the stomach and lift back up and step forward. Nice. And again, reach back behind you, put the foot behind you, lower down. Good, pull the stomach in, tighten the seat and lift back up. Nice. Other leg, set it behind you, lower down. Good, lift back up. And come home, nice, and shake it out a moment. All right, a little hamstring work today. Come back to having one hand on the chair for a little bit of balance. I want you to soften your knees here like a little bit of a baby bend, and then hinge forward and take the outside leg off the floor. Straighten the inside leg, and you're gonna pulse the outside leg. Pulse, pulse, good. So even here, kind of pull your stomach in. You could even practice your balance here if you feel like letting go, but always option to have a hand on the chair. So I'm going to turn sideways, right? Because I want us to just kind of pulse. So I'm not doing anything crazy with the hip, right? I'm just keeping it small and using these muscles back here, keeping my shoulders nice and square. And lower the leg down, shake it out. All right, other side. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of a knee bend to help lift that leg up and off. Then I'm going to hinge forward a little bit, straightening the standing leg. And then I'm going to start to pulse the back leg. And again, I'm not going very high. It's just enough to get into these back muscles, right? So we have to work the leg and the hip in all directions. And this is the one that we do the least, right, in our daily lives. We do a lot of the work that we do with the lunges and the squats. Getting up and down, in and out of a car, up and down from a chair, walking up and down stairs. Leave these hamstrings out too. Good. Okay. One more set on each side, but this time we're going to add a knee bend. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. So again, go back to your outside leg. Soften your knees a little bit and lift it behind you, right? So I'm at this nice angle. So you can see right from my head to my toe, I've got this nice angle, and I'm just going to bend the knee and straighten, bend and straighten. And as I do this, I'm squeezing right back here behind the knee. Squeeze, 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 and lower down. Nice. All right, other leg. So soften the knees. Send the other leg behind you, create that angle. And then squeeze and release. Squeeze. So I used to do this sitting in the chair, right? Where I would have a foot on the band and have us just bend that knee deeply under the chair. But again, by standing, I'm just working in a little bit more balance work today. So. And done. Woo, nice. Good job, everyone. Come and bring your chair center again and have a seat. That was good, good work. Okay, now it's time for a little bit of rotation. So take your left leg across the body, right? Bring the opposite hand across the knee. Turn to the back of your chair. So I'm turning left, right? So I'm going to draw my knee across. I'm going to hook my arm maybe over the back of my chair today. I'm going to send my chin over that shoulder, right? So get a little neck stretch in this as well. Look over your back shoulder. Send your gaze behind you as well. Good. And come back to the center. Nice. And then unfold and refold. So other side. Right. So now you're going to go to your right. You're going to bring that knee across the body. I'm going to turn. I'm going to use my chair. And again, send my chin over my shoulder. Send your gaze behind you. Lift your spine up. So you're still nice and tall here. And release. Good. Okay, coming to a little bit of a bigger mermaid. Bring that right foot out to the side. But we're still sitting nice and square. So again, my hips are square. My leg is just reaching out. And today I've got my feet pointed in this direction. So my foot on the floor is parallel to the wall. And then my arm's going to go up and I'm going to reach as much as I can over to one side. Good. And float back up. So let's add some breath with that one. So inhale as we go over. Fill up the lungs, fill up the lungs. Exhale, come on home. Good. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, bring it home. Nice, one more. Inhale, up and over. Good, exhale and home. Nice. Bring that leg in, switch sides. So hopefully you noticed each rep, we could go a little further. So again, my foot is pointing, is parallel. So I've got the outer edge of my foot here parallel to the wall. So my toes are pointing forward today, arm up. So I'm just kind of creating a little bit of different stretch in the body here. Inhale over, trying to keep that foot down. Nice exhale, come on up. And again, arm comes up. Inhale, reach over. And again, here's where you might be able to go a little further. Good, exhale, come on up. Nice, last one. Inhale, up and over. Even just reach this arm up and away, over that ear, over that head, reaching to where the ceiling meets the wall. Exhale, come home. And bring the legs together. Nice work. Okay, back to our 4 stretch today. So bring the ankle onto that opposite knee. Last time for this. But we're going to add in a little toe work. So I want you to take your fingers and maybe thread your toes, right? So put a finger in between each toe. Good, good. So I hope you've been practicing this one, right? And then just take some gentle rolls of the top of the foot. Good, both directions, kind of back and forth. And then using this elbow, you can gently press that knee open maybe and hinge forward a little bit. And you might be able to hinge a little deeper now, especially at the end of the class. You should be nice and warmed up. And breathe. In through your nose. And out. Good, and come back up. Nice, and switch sides. So first bringing that ankle on up. Notice how you feel on this side. Taking your fingers, thread through the toes. Good. And again, each side's different, so that's okay if one side felt a little easier than the other. And then start some little bit of rolls with the ball of the foot. And reverse it. Good, point and flex. And then right, kind of use your elbow to guide that knee down and open, and then hinge forward here. And breathe. Nice. And come on up and down. Put the foot down, sit back in your chair. Let's do a little bit of a bigger neck stretch now. So taking your left hand over to the right ear, draw the head down towards the shoulder. Right, good. And then just turn the head. So you still have your hand on the head. You're just going to turn into the arm and look down towards the floor. So nice and gentle. Again, just notice a slightly different stretch as we just turn the head. And then slowly turn the head back facing the front where the camera is, right? And then lift the head on up. Nice. Other side. So hand reaches across to that ear, and then we gently start to move the head down, trying to get your ear to this shoulder now. And just kind of take your time with this, right? We always want to be nice and gentle with the head and the neck. And then you're just going to slowly start to turn towards that arm, looking down towards the floor. Good, and then bringing the head back to center, lifting the head on up. Now take both hands behind the head and draw the chin to the chest, and then once you're there, bend the arms, so bring the elbows in towards the head, right? So both arms fold into the head. And then open those elbows, open the arms to lift the head. Nice. So I hope you feel a nice stretch through the back of the neck. And then again, chin to chest. And then give that head a nice hug. And then open those elbows and lift back up. Good. Arms down by your side. Now the reverse. you're going to open your jaw and you're going to lift the head and close your jaw at the top and come on down. So again, now we're stretching through the front. Open. Lift the head. Close the jaw. Feel that stretch. And lower the head. Good. Let's do that one more time. Open the jaw. Lift the head. Close the jaw. And down. Good. And then just kind of bending the fingers. So just kind of with the backs of the knuckles, just take some nice gentle massages into the sides of the face, right? Just under those cheekbones a little bit, maybe under the jaw a little bit. Up back by the temples. Good, and then just smooth across the forehead. So bringing the palms to the center, smoothing to the outsides. Nice. Good, and then bringing your fingertips down to your earlobes, just kind of massage through your earlobes here a little bit. Nice. And bring those arms down. Sit nice and tall for our final breaths. Inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, lower down. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down. One more breath. Inhale up through the nose. And exhale, lower down. And we are done. Thank you so much. I hope everyone feels good, feels loosened up. We worked hard, especially through that upper body today. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great week. I will see you soon. Bye.
Thank you, Mary Therese.
And then let me know if anyone has any questions this time.
Thank you.
Bye, Carol.